Continuing the halachas of tzitzis, halacha hey. The custom is to tie the tzitzis into 5 double knots, so that between them there will be 4 chulias. In English it's called 4 links. So how is this done? The 4 strings are inserted into the hole and are tied in a double knot and wound around 7 times with a long string which is called the shamosh. Again, a double knot is made, and again, the string is wound around 8 times with the shamish, followed by a double knot and wound around 11 times, followed by a double knot and wound around 13 times, followed by a double knot. Now, since this is the beauty of tzitzis, is the equal dimension of all its links, therefore the first link with the wounding are few that should be a distance one from another, and the second link they should be brought closer. This should also be done in the 3rd and the 4th link. The proper length of each tzitzis, that is from the first knot until the end of the string, should be at least 12 chulias, 12 thumb breadths. The preferable adornment would be that all the links together should comprise 1/3 of the tzitzah, and the hanging strings the remaining 2/3. Therefore, you should be careful that each link should be the width of a thumb, so that all the links should total 4 thumb breadths, and the hanging threads should be 8 thumb breadths. If the tzitzis are longer, then the links should also be made slightly longer. It's preferable that all the knots be made with the same 4 strings, always remaining on one side, with the other 4 strings always remaining on the other side, so that each individual string is divided, half on one side of the 4 and half on the other side of the 4. Vav, if the strings were not cut from each other, but rather one very long string was taken and folded to make 4 strings, and in this manner inserted into the hole and then made into knots and afterwards cut, separating them into individual strings, the halacha is it's puzzle. As the pasuk says, Gedilim tasa lach, you shall make tzitzis for yourself, which we learn from here that you must make the tzitzis and not tzitzis that come into being, meaning it's required that the tzitzis be valid when they are attached to the garment. They are not invalid at the time of attachment, and they may not be invalid at the time of attachment and become valid afterwards through another action which would cause them to be valid. This entire procedure is puzzle. Similarly, if tzitzah were made properly on another garment and that garment tore, and you wish to place the tzitzah in the same way on another garment, or even on the same garment, for example, if the garment tore from the hole until the edge of the garment, causing the tzitzah to fall, and you want to put it back to its proper place and then restitch the garment into the hole, this is also a puzzle because of tasa v'lo min asui. Similarly, if you tie the tzitzis when the garment was puzzle from tzitzis, for example, when most of the garment was sewn, and afterwards you undid some stitches, causing the garments to open most of the way, and as a result, now the garment became chayiv and tzitzis, and if the tzitzis remain as they were, they are also puzzle because of tasa v'lo min asui. Rather, the tzitzis must be untied and then tied again properly. The same applies in any similar circumstances. Have a good day.